Lon Chaney Sr. was a true master of transformation, earning the nickname, the Man of 1,000 Faces, for his incredible ability to disappear into his roles. In the silent film era, his work with elaborate makeup and prosthetics made him virtually unrecognizable in many of his performances. One of his most famous transformations was in The Phantom of the Opera, 1925, where he designed his own grotesque makeup to bring the disfigured Phantom to life. Audiences were terrified by his sunken eyes, skeletal nose, and ghastly grin, effects he achieved with wire, cotton, and paint. Another remarkable transformation was in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1923, where he endured intense physical discomfort to portray Quasimodo's twisted body. Chaney's dedication to makeup and acting set the foundation for future horror legends, proving that true artistry lies in the ability to become someone, or something, completely unrecognizable. Boris Karloff became a Hollywood legend by vanishing into some of the most iconic horror roles of all time. His most famous transformation was as Frankenstein's monster in Frankenstein, 1931, where Jack Pierce's revolutionary makeup turned him into a towering, square-headed creature with sunken eyes and bolted temples. The grueling makeup process took hours, involving wax, grease paint, and heavy prosthetics that made Karloff nearly unrecognizable. Despite the monster's terrifying appearance, Karloff's expressive eyes and subtle performance added an unexpected depth, making the creature more tragic than evil. He underwent another stunning transformation in The Mummy, 1932, where his role as Imhotep required layers of wrinkled, decayed bandages and an unsettling, lifeless stare. Karloff's ability to embody these eerie, otherworldly characters cemented his status as a horror icon, proving that true acting talent isn't just about recognition. It's about complete and total transformation. Conrad Veidt was a master of transformation, delivering performances that left audiences mesmerized and sometimes terrified. His most unrecognizable role came in The Man Who Laughs, 1928, where he played Gwynplaine, a man disfigured with a permanent, eerie grin. The haunting makeup, with exaggerated scars pulling his mouth into an unsettling smile, directly inspired the creation of the Joker in Batman comics. Veidt's ability to convey deep emotion despite his frozen expression made the performance unforgettable. Another striking transformation was in The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, 1920, where he portrayed Cesare, a gaunt, sleepwalking killer with hollowed-out eyes and a ghostly presence. His angular features, enhanced with heavy German expressionist makeup, made him look almost inhuman. Veidt's dedication to physically and emotionally vanishing into his roles set a new standard for cinematic horror and expressionism, proving that sometimes, the most terrifying figures are the ones you can barely recognize. Margaret Hamilton became one of cinema's most unrecognizable and terrifying figures as the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz, 1939. Her transformation into the green-skinned villain required hours of intense makeup application, using toxic copper-based paint that left her skin stained for weeks. The hooked nose, sharp chin, and piercing black attire made her virtually unrecognizable compared to her real-life self. Her cackling voice and menacing stare completed the illusion, cementing her as one of the most iconic villains in film history. Hamilton's dedication to the role went beyond makeup. She even suffered severe burns during filming when a pyrotechnic stunt went wrong. Despite her terrifying presence on screen, she was known off-camera as a kind and humble actress. Her portrayal of the Wicked Witch was so convincing that it frightened children for generations, proving that true transformation isn't just about looks. It's about embodying the character completely. Bolger delivered one of the most unrecognizable performances in cinema history as the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, 1939. His transformation was achieved through an intricate makeup design that used a rubber prosthetic to create the illusion of burlap-textured skin, complete with stitched lines and hollowed-out eyes. The makeup was so tightly applied that it left deep impressions on his face long after filming ended. Beyond the makeup, Bolger's physical performance made the transformation even more convincing. His loose-limbed, floppy movements gave the Scarecrow a lifelike yet puppet-like quality, making it seem as if he were truly made of straw. Bolger's background as a dancer allowed him to bring extraordinary energy and fluidity to the role, making the character both comedic and endearing. His portrayal remains one of the most beloved in film history, proving that true transformation is a combination of skill, dedication, and pure magic. Jack Haley became completely unrecognizable as the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, 1939, a role that required an elaborate metallic transformation. His costume was made of aluminum-painted fabric, while his face was coated in silver makeup that gave him a truly robotic appearance. Originally, the role was meant for Buddy Ebsen, but a severe allergic reaction to the original aluminum powder forced him to leave, allowing Haley to step in with a safer, but still uncomfortable grease-based makeup. Despite the rigid metallic look of his character, Haley's warm, soft-spoken voice and expressive eyes brought depth and charm to the Tin Man. His stiff, mechanical movements made him seem like a real, heartless machine searching for emotion. Off-screen, the makeup was so dangerous that he developed an eye infection from it. However, his unforgettable performance cemented the Tin Man as one of the most beloved characters in film history, proving that true transformation is more than just appearance. Peter Lorre was known for his unsettling, unrecognizable performances that made him one of the most distinctive actors of Hollywood's golden age. His most chilling transformation came in Mad Love, 1935, where he played the deranged Dr. Gogol. With his shaved head, eerie stare, and sinister smile, Lorre became nearly unrecognizable, embodying madness with every twitch and whisper. His quiet, unsettling voice and piercing eyes made the character even more terrifying. Lorre also disappeared into his role as the twisted child murderer in M, 1931, where dark lighting, exaggerated shadows, and his own haunting expressions turned him into a figure of pure dread. His ability to manipulate his face and voice made his characters seem almost otherworldly. Despite standing at just 5 feet 3 inches, he dominated the screen with a presence that felt larger than life. His talent for transformation set the standard for psychological horror, proving that sometimes the scariest monsters are the most human. Frederick March delivered one of the most astonishing transformations in film history with his Academy Award-winning performance in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 1931. Through groundbreaking makeup effects and intense physical acting, he became unrecognizable as he shifted between the kind-hearted Dr. Jekyll and the monstrous Mr. Hyde. Special effects artist Wally Westmore used layers of prosthetics, grease paint, and lighting tricks to gradually transform March's face into Hyde's grotesque, simian-like features, complete with wild eyes, sharp teeth, and a distorted brow. What made March's performance truly haunting was his ability to physically embody both characters. As Jekyll, he was composed and refined, but as Hyde, he moved with a menacing, animalistic energy, crawling and snarling like a beast. His chilling transformation set a new standard for horror performances, proving that true acting mastery lies in completely losing oneself in a role, both inside and out. Orson Welles was a cinematic chameleon, using makeup, prosthetics, and his commanding presence to transform himself into unrecognizable characters. One of his most astonishing makeovers came in Citizen Kane, 1941, where he aged from a fresh-faced young man to a frail, embittered old tycoon. Through the use of groundbreaking prosthetics, aging techniques, and carefully crafted body language, Welles made his transformation seamless and utterly convincing. Another of his most dramatic disguises was in Touch of Evil, 1958, where he played the corrupt and bloated police chief, Hank Quinlan. With heavy jowls, a thick mustache, and a shambling gait, he became nearly unrecognizable, portraying a man physically and morally decayed. Welles was a perfectionist who often did his own makeup, ensuring every detail of his transformations felt authentic. His ability to disappear into his roles proved that true cinematic artistry is about more than recognition. It's about complete immersion. Charles Laughton was a master of physical and emotional transformation, delivering performances that made him almost unrecognizable. His most striking role came in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939, where he played Quasimodo, the deformed bell ringer. With heavy prosthetics, a grotesquely twisted face, and a hunched back, Laughton endured hours of painful makeup application to fully embody the tragic character. His performance wasn't just visual. His ability to convey deep sorrow and longing made Quasimodo heartbreakingly real. Another unforgettable transformation was in The Private Life of Henry VIII, 1933, where he vanished into the role of the gluttonous, unpredictable king. With a shaved head, thick beard, and regal attire, Laughton captured both the physicality and the grand, often ridiculous presence of Henry VIII, earning him an Academy Award. His ability to completely immerse himself in a role, both physically and emotionally, proved that true transformation is about more than just makeup. It's about bringing a character to life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment. Also, Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to be notified of our new videos each day. Thanks for watching.